During Defemember, a December daily series hosted by my dear friend Louisa Hensel and myself to create ephemera for our journals, I used this journal which Louisa made for me. And what I really enjoyed about this beautiful journal was that the pages already had so much interest on them, so that when I made ephemera, I just had to add it to a page without first having to worry about making an interesting background. Looking at this beautiful journal that my friend Honey made for me, I realized that I would like to have more interest on the pages. You see, a lot of these are very plain. So that's what I'm going to do in this first episode of Junk Journal Snacks 2023. Welcome, it's Barbara from Vienna, Austria. The first way I want to add some interest is by using stencils and using one of these makeup brushes and distress inks or oxides. I want to start off with this cool one here with the gears. This one here is from PM Artist Studio. And I even have a code if you want to order from them. It's 49 Dragonfly Fan 10 for any orders over $30 US. I will link their site and I will add this code for you in the description box below this video in case you want to check those out. So I'm going to just start by laying this here and adding some wild honey. Actually, I think this is a mask, not a stencil. And since I have a lot of color now on this mask, I can just go to another page, maybe a little more in back here, for example. And I can just spray this with a bit of water. And then let's print that on this page. Okay, that's not a lot showing up. So that's what it looks like when it's dry. Obviously, the wild honey is quite a light color. So if you do this with a darker color, you will see much more of it, obviously. And by the way, this stencil, if you want to look for it in their shop, it's called Cascading Cogs. Okay, I'm just going to move randomly within the journal. I'm not going to go from front to back. How about this one right here? We could add this one, which is called Dragonfly Wing Stained Glass. This time I'm going to try my Distress Oxide peeled paint. How about on the bottom if we change the color, maybe to Seedless Preserves. Let's try blending those a little bit in the middle. Maybe we add just a few drops of water, see what that does. And then I'll move that over, oh, that's beautiful, to this side. Okay, just a little bit there. I'll dab off the water here. Okay, let's dry these. So again, not a whole lot happening on this side here, but this one is absolutely gorgeous. And look at the cool oxidation here because of the water splatters that we added. I'm super happy with that one. Let's move on. This one here maybe could do with some white. So for this page, I want to use this stencil, which is called Asemic Writing. And I'm going to use this Distress Spray Stain Picket Fence. Yeah, that looks absolutely amazing. So I quickly need to dry this before this dries so that I can put this somewhere else. So this is now completely dry. So let's, maybe this one. Hopefully that will still be wet enough. I love how you always then get 2 for 1. Oh no, that didn't work too well. Okay, I'm gonna try this. So once that's dry, there's not a whole lot left. So I want to add some more. So I'll add this stencil, which is the Aqueous Effervescence, but this is the small pattern. This here is what the large one looks like. I'll use that on another page, but this here is the small one. And I'll use my Rusty Hinge. And I'm not going to go over the whole page. I'll keep some areas darker. I think that looks super interesting. I'm not sure how well this will show up if we spray it, but I'd rather try that than just wasting the ink. Maybe on a lighter page. How about, how about this one? Oh, that's great. Love that one. I think doing something like this also greatly reduces the fear of the blank page, you know, because if you feel like, oh, I don't want to mess up this pristine white page, then just put something on it first without having a real plan. And then next time when you come to it and you see this, you're not messing up anything because you already have something down there, which first of all takes the stress away of ruining an empty page and also already gives you some inspiration. Let's find another one. So for this one, I'm going to use the big stencil. So again, this was called Aqueous Effervescence large pattern. And I'm going to use my frayed burlap distress oxide. Yes, I said it correctly. Again, I'm not looking for full coverage. And again, let's not waste the ink that's still left on the stencil, and we can do this other back side. This is what that looks like when it's dry. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Let's find another page. How about this one right here? I'm going to use this one, which is called Rusty Rivets. It's a mask. And I'm going to use peacock feathers. If you don't have any distress inks or oxides, you can obviously also do this using acrylic paint, for example, with either a sponge or a stippling brush. So this looks great, but I'm going to add some water through it. Let's lift it up. Oh, that didn't really do a whole lot here. Okay, let's quickly put this on another page. This should look pretty funky. Why don't we just put it right there? This is going to be a hot mess, I can already tell. But that's fine. At least we have something going on the page. Yeah, complete mess. It's okay. So this is what it looks like when it's dry. I'm totally okay with that. Another medium we could play with to get some more interest are watercolors. I have my Koi watercolor set here from Sakura. This is not a very expensive one. It's great for just messing around with. So I'm just adding water to activate them. Do this one right here. Always good to have a kitchen towel at hand. First I'm going to wet my brush. Okay, and then let's take some orange and yellow, like lighter colors to start off with. Let's just dab it here on top. And then we can add some more water. We could either spray it or we can just put our brush in a jar of water and just have that drip. That's why we need the kitchen towel to catch all those drips on the bottom. We can just keep adding water. We can add different colors. Let's add some red. Add some more water. I'll add some spray. Make it go in a different direction. So this is quite messy. So be careful with other pages you may have already worked on. You probably don't want to mess those up. So that's what it looks like when it's dry. I really like doing this because you don't need any other tools than watercolors for this. And you can do the same thing using, for example, water-soluble wax pastels. As a matter of fact, we'll try that as well. Let's just find another page. I want to do just some different colors. How about this one right here? Maybe this time we add some water first to help it not going crazy. And then also I'm going to put this underneath because I do not want to mess up that page underneath. This time let's go for some blue tones. Again, let's make sure we have a paper towel here because I don't want to mess up Honey's beautiful cover. How about some olive? Let's add some more spray. Let's add a bit of orange. A bit more spray. Once that's dry, we could even add some stamping over it to create some more interest. I have these here, which are from the Tim Holtz ticket booth set. I will link these for you below. So let's take some black ink and just randomly stamp these. I'm not even going to put them on an acrylic block. I don't care for a perfect stamped image. Let's take another stamp. And I think that's enough for some interest on the page. So let's try the water-soluble wax pastel method. How about this one? Turquoise is always great. Maybe mixing it with blue. How about this beautiful green? So this time I won't wet my paper first. I'm just going to add some color. Like that. And then I'll take my wet brush. You can also spray some water. We can add some more. And we just keep going until we're happy with the result. Now I do also need to pay attention to how much water I'm adding because this is just a copy paper that has already been coffee dyed. So this is going to be more sensitive. Okay, this is getting too wet. It's about to tear. Actually, it already has torn right here. So I added too much water. So let me dry this. So this is what we have when it's dry. We do have quite a substantial tear here, and as you can see, the color also went through to the back side. So please keep that in mind when you do this, that could happen with your paper as well. So all we need to do now is to cover up this tear, although even just leaving it like this would not be the worst thing. I have this paper in my stash, which I can just use to cover this up. And it fits here perfectly. So let me just glue that on. I'm going to use matte gel, but of course you can also use just regular glue. Perfect. We have some interest on the page. This we can just leave now because it's strengthened from the back, or we could add some more scraps as well. Actually, why not just add this piece here? Just like that. And speaking of scraps, I am so lucky because Sweet Louise has sent me some of her paper bags that she used in Defemember. Do you remember seeing these? This was number 16. I can't believe I have these bags. And they feel so yummy. And Louisa kindly sent me some more of her scraps. Can you believe this? I am just so over the moon. So let's add some of these to our pages as well. Of course, we can use some of these also as like page tabs. That's also a fun addition. So we have a snowflake. Cool. We have this beautifully textured paper. We could add that on the back. And how about some of this fun paper? Look, it's as simple as putting 3 pieces together and you have a beautiful tab. Maybe we add some black thread for a little more contrast. Why do I still have my gloves on? Hang on. Okay, that's better. So I'll just bunch up the thread and we'll stick that underneath the snowflake and we'll attach it Louise's style by stapling it to a page. How about this one right here? Maybe we can make a cross with the staples. There, beautiful page tab, very quick. Go through your scraps. I'm sure you have beautiful scraps as well. Let's make another page tab. I think those are so fun. This is a scrap of a Tim Holtz die cut. I don't have this one. I also love this stamp. It's also a set from Tim Holtz, which I don't have. All the more fun to use these scraps. Oh, this says specimen. No, that doesn't work. Oh, there's one of her birds. Louisa has a whole separate video on how she made these. That was also Defemember. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe she added one of these here. This is so fun. This is also a super fun embossing folder. I have no idea. I'm guessing it's Tim Holtz. I have no idea. Oh, I love it. Louisa, you don't know how happy these make me. Oh, look at this cool flower. This is from her digital paper from the set called Teabag Birds. Definitely need to use that. Okay, I just want something else here. Maybe this whole thing is too much. Yeah, I think that's good. And that also needs some thread. Maybe a different color. How about this green? Going out of my comfort zone here. Green is totally not my color, unless it's like either a light green or a turquoise green. Yeah, but that's good. Maybe also some gold thread. This one is kind of hard to get control out of because it's stiff. It doesn't want to stay where I want it to stay. Oh yeah, that's a really cute addition. Okay, let's find a spot for that. Let's go further back. How about right here? Again, I'm just going to staple it because that's so easy. Love it. I'm going to continue adding bits and pieces and probably also more color on some of the pages. And then I will give you a flip through to show you everything that I've done. I've spent the last 2 hours playing in this journal. So let me show you everything I've added. I think I forgot which things I've done on camera and which I haven't. So please excuse me if I'm repeating myself. So there's some stenciling here. I think I did that one on camera, if I'm not mistaken. I added a tuck spot here with one of the scraps from Louisa. Added some stitching with my sewing machine. Added some more of Louisa's scraps and a die cut that I already had in my stash. Some more stenciling here. For this I used a spray, which was the saltwater taffy. So this one I know we've done on camera. Here I tore one of Louise's paper bags. By the way, if you love Louise's paper bags as much as I do, please check out her 2 videos where she shows you exactly how she's made them. I will link those 2 for you below this video. Added some of Louise's scraps and added one of these die cuts that I already had. They're from this set, which has the number 665367, and I will link this for you below this video. You will see more of these numbers throughout the journal. They have no significance other than visual interest. I love these numbers. So this one we've done together. I did add a bit more spraying here and there because I wanted to test these mica sprays. These are my first mica sprays, and these came in a set. So it's the Harvest Moon, Burning Ember, and Iron Gate. And they all look metallic. I am in love with them. I think I need more mica sprays in my life. So here I just sprayed randomly. As you can see, I did not add something to every page. Here again is part of Louise's bag, and I added this so that I have a tuck spot here and a large pocket here. Added a butterfly, which is a die cut that I made out of some wallpaper. Added some black thread in the background. Some more stenciling. I used the Iron Gate mica stain for this here, and you see this beautiful iron shine. This one we've done together. This as well. Here again, a part of Louise's beautiful pocket. I'm so happy to have this in here. Here's some more mica stain spraying. This is the Burning Umber. It has this beautiful like reddish copper shine. This was a book page that Louisa had sent me with her scraps. Added this here, which was from one of the paper bags. Added these die cuts, which I had, again made out of wallpaper, and Louisa's specimen scrap. Here I made a simple tuck spot. This is again a stencil. This we've done together. Here I added another pocket, again using these numbers and the golden mica spray. And it's not golden, it's called Harvest Moon. This is again the reverse stencil. So after I had used it, I just put it on this page. Another tuck spot that I made using Louise's scraps. I added this die cut, which is from the set 663094. I will link this for you below as well. Another piece of Louise's pockets with another number. This we've done together. Another tuck spot here using part of Louise's paper bag. Oop, I skipped this one. Here I made another tuck spot using part of Louise's paper bags, and I added this die cut here and this image of a bird. Stenciling here with the Iron Gate. This we've done together. This was another scrap from Louise's papers, as well as this die cut and of course this bird. Super happy to have that here. Thank you, Louisa. Again, paper bag. I sewed around the edges before I glued it down. Again, one of the stencils I just put on. Some more of the spraying with the Burning Ember through a Tim Holtz gear stencil. Some stenciling through a mandala stencil. Here I constructed a tuck spot using some of the scraps from Louisa, just by gluing them together and then adding these white feathers and some floral die cuts out of wallpaper and again some black thread. Here I just collaged a little bit, added this Burning Ember spray here, and here I also added the Iron Gate. To this envelope back, I added Louisa's beautiful flower, more of these leaf stencils from this set. Another one of my wallpaper flowers and a black thread, and I sprayed over it with the Harvest Moon mica spray, mica stain, sorry. Another piece from Louisa's paper bags, just glued down as a pocket. Here I made an embellishment with some of Louise's scraps. Some more stenciling here, as well as here, plus the addition of the golden microspray. Another pocket from Louise's paper bag. This has a tuck spot here and a pocket here. As you can see, I've sewn around the edges. The reverse stencil. Another piece of Louise's paper bag. Again, it's a tuck spot here and a large pocket, and I just glued on some of those numbers. I think it's really cool to have similar elements throughout the journal to make the whole journal cohesive. This was another piece of the paper bag. I added these feathers and black thread. The feathers are from this set. The number is 666003. I will also link this one for you in the description box. The stenciling we've done together. Same with this. Added another cluster using Louise's scraps and one of my wallpaper flowers. Again, another piece of one of Louise's pockets. Added as a tuck spot. Some sewing here on the side and some more stenciling with forest moss and a brush. This we've done together. Another fun page embellishment. This you might remember, Louise used this in one of her Defemember videos where she made like an abstract crown. So fun. Just some stenciling here and just some spray. And this was on here from Honey. So now I think it will make it much easier to add new embellishments. So go have fun, play in your own journals to make them really yummy. Love you guys. Mwah! Mwah!
Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something